Hey everybody, welcome back to the Trap House. If you're new to my channel, I'm still moving in, so until then, you're gonna be looking at white walls like I'm an extra from the movie Taken. In any case, just wanted to say before we get to this review, it's a doozy. If you can, subscribe, like, comment. You can do what you want. You can just fast forward past this, but when you do hit it, it helps push me up in the algorithm, and I really would appreciate your support because you know what? I like talking trash with y'all, and I want to be able to do this full time. So like I said, at any time, today, tomorrow, when you come back next week, like, comment, subscribe, share. It does help me out a lot, but more importantly, I'm happy you're here. All right, let's get to the review. You know, I like the Trap House. I think I might keep it. Let's get to the Trap House. How's that sound? No? Okay, anyway, and let's go. See, this is part of you guys supporting me. When you support me, I can actually afford to learn editing, and then I'll know how to do a sophisticated fade out. Until then, I'm just going to do my own. All right, and action. All right, let's just get to this review. Hey y'all, what's up? So I'm still watching the Tasha K interview, but girl, Tasha K might have, I know, so I did another video where I was like, I'm sick of her. She might have redeemed herself with this one because now I'm seeing her interview style. She goes bends to the will. She doesn't put up anything. So you know that whole thing where you just lean into somebody and let them take you where they're going to take you? Girl, Jessica Wright or Jessica Rabbit, as she has to talk, is taking her to Cokeville. Let me run down really what happened. First of all, she starts off saying, like, tell me about yourself. And she said, well, I work as a case manager for my girlfriend who's an attorney. And I was like, okay. And she's like, and I also dance. And I'm like, this girl better say ballet behind it. No, no. She danced in the Buckhead School of Dance at the Pink Pony. And that's when I was like, wait a second, you dance at the Pink Pony? And she said, I'm quite good at what I do. And I was like, you dance at the Pink Pony, but you still got to work a part-time job as a case manager for your girlfriend? The math's not math. Then what's going on? Are you either a full-time dancer and you're ashamed to be that? Or are you a shitty dancer and a full-time caseworker trying to get your Aaron Brockovich on? I don't know. Whatever. But I don't know. I just thought, it's like when I find out somebody is like an escort or turns tricks and I see them working at at Publix or the Piggly Wiggly. It's like, girl, step your game up, right? So anyway, she's like, what else do you do? And she's like, oh, you know, I'm out socialiting around the town. So she fancies herself as a socialite. But it gets crazier. Then they're talking about, you know, what are you? She's like, I'm not white. I don't bleach my skin. But listen, the thing is, her face lights up. She's loving the attention. You can tell that she's been waiting for a Simon to come to make that jump into like Love and Hip Hop or whatever else. No shade to her, girl. You're doing a Hail Mary just like Porsha did. But the only thing I say about Hail Mary is you got to get it in the basket. If you do not make that jump into some type of reality TV, and she might because she's pretty, right? And she has no shame. We'll get into that in a second. She imagine if Porsha was just like, yeah, that's just what I do. What's up? What you want to know? That's the way this girl is. She's super bubbly, super beautiful, super nice, but she does not care about keeping up appearances at all. Respectability, politics, throw that in the trash over there, you know? But if it doesn't work and she doesn't make that jump into like reality TV, yo, what? But then again, I can't say that because every other time there is a guy being exposed by a groupie. We see with Tristan Thompson. So you're right. As long as you're pretty, there's always going to be someone dumb that does it. Okay. So anyway, she said that, oh, this is the fight. So she's like, how'd you meet Simon? And she's like, well, I was at the club and Simon came tripping over to me. I think she said this was about March 1st. Simon came tripping over to her and tapped her on the shoulder. Really wanted to talk to her. And she was like, okay, sorry. Let me get more comfortable, guys. She was like, okay, you know, because he was like, bottles. He started showering the bottles. And she was like, whatever. And they even kept the club open late for them. And she was like, all right. And he was like, listen, I'm going to take you guys home. And Tasha K was like, did you sleep with him? And she was like, no, you know. She was like, no. But you know what? She's smart. She's smart, right? If you want a big fish to come back, you got to give them like a little treat. You can't give them to fill their bellies too much or they'll swim away, right? So anyway, Simon pulls up in a Rolls Royce Phantom or the Big Body Rolls. I don't know. It was either a Big Body Phantom or Big Body Rolls. And she was like, uh-oh, all right. So then Tasha K was like, well, were you worried or anything? And she was like, no, because like, I'm a good judge of character. And Tasha was like, oh, okay. Like, what made you feel safe? And she's like, because I just think if you're going to kill me, are you really going to be in a Phantom? Are you going to be? And I was like, girl, how did you make it to 34 years old? If you are in a Phantom or a big body Benz, are you really going to kill me? Yo, murderers come in all shapes and sizes. Who, if you are listening to this and you are a beautiful, young, impressionable girl anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they have money or not. All that means is that they can get a better lawyer. That's all that means. They can get a better lawyer. Stay woke, right? They asked, like, did you think Simon was handsome? And she was like, I thought there was charisma about him. Tasha K was like, what do you mean charisma? And she's like, listen, it's like this. You're not going to get everything all in one package. It's almost impossible to find a guy that's rich and good looking and in shape and is nice and treats you well and is funny, you know? Like I said, this girl, she might make it to reality TV because she just says it. She puts it out there. I wonder if she has a manager advising her to go the Jocelyn route. Remember like Jocelyn? Remember Jocelyn when she didn't care about what she said? She just told it like it was. Maybe somebody advised her to be like, be frank, be honest, and let them know that you're open to something. If she got advised, they did really, really good media training with her. Kudos to them, right? Then she's like, we get to the house, my roommate's there. I didn't sleep with them. My roommate's there. My cousin's there, or her cousin's there. And she makes lines for everyone. So the girl was like, oh, like for drinks, like limes? Because I thought she said limes. And she was like, no, girl, limes of Coke. And I was like, right? And she said, Tasha asked the same thing I did, right? She was like, was Simon, like, you doing the lines of Coke? And she was like, no. Like, he was watching, right? But it makes you think when people just pull Coke out, if you don't do Coke, you're like, what the hell, right? And Simon's just watching. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not just your day, whatever. But I don't want to speak on it, right? I mean, I'm going to let that go because, like, I'm the person out of my friends. They're not good friends, but you know, when we go out in New York culture, sometimes I'm the person that's always left out of that stuff because I'm like, no, I'm cool, right? I'm always like, no, I'm cool. I'm left out of that. But that said, nobody ever busted it out on tables. They would all go to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, I want to go. And they're like, oh no, you don't have to come. And I'm like, oh, okay. Right. It took me a few times to realize, and half the table gets up and leave. And I'm like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That doesn't mean that he does anything. Anyway, let's move on. All right. So where were we? So then like they get into her relationship with Simon, like what he did, what he's into. She's trying to get like details. Wait, did that slip? Hold on. Actually, I'll edit it out. Anyway, she's trying to get another show. She's trying to get details about like what he's into, like in the bed. And this girl, she's gorgeous. She looks 34, super beautiful skin, super beautiful face. She seems a bit, I don't want to say naive because she's definitely not naive, but just like, she seems young, if you know what I'm saying. She seems young. I don't want to call her, she seems young, just young. Her values set the way she's saying. But anyway, she's like, no, Simon was in that house being a goddamn Gemini. Simon was in that house and was like, oh my God, life is so horrible. Because she asked her like, yo, like, you know, he's in there saying how much he loves his wife. Maybe they'll get back together. And she was like, he didn't say he loved his wife. You know, they couldn't actually, what did it say? Oh yeah. She was like, So then she's telling about the relationship between her and Simon, what really happened. Tasha K does not like this girl. If you watch my video about Kevin Samuels, she doesn't like other women. She's super, and especially this girl, because this girl obviously lives off of her looks as well. She should get it how you live it. And Porsha K, you know, she's like that. All my life I've had to fight. But she's mad that somebody else can just play starfish and get what she has, right? So, anyway, she's like, Simon was always like, you know, she's like, oh, do you think he misses his wife? Do he love your wife? And she's like, no, he can't stand her. He said that all Simon did was lay up in her house and complain and complain and complain about what a horrible person that his wife was and that he can't stand her. Now, here's the thing. This girl looks gorgeous. I don't want to say she's naive because she's definitely not. But she's really like young-minded, because when you get a certain age, you realize, especially if you're dealing with a crafty Gemini, if the Gemini is talking about you at all times and they are a man, they are obsessed with you. They are in love with you. They're just literally purging their emotions through verbal, right? Like almost like verbal throw up. They're purging their emotions. But then when they're done talking about all that, they're going to go back and be like, Phelan, where are you? Phelan, what are you doing? The fact that all a man can do is sit around and talk about his ex, whether he's saying he loves her. Because she's like, I wouldn't have a man laying in my bed telling me that he loves his ex. Girl, do you not realize? And for all you young girls listening, please be over 18. If you're not over 18, go ask your parents it's okay to watch this. But listen, if a guy only talks about his ex over and over, or anyone, whether they're saying they hate them, love them, and everything in between, get them out of your house. The woman is so much on their minds, they can't stop thinking about them, right? So, but here's the game, and I wonder if Porsha's watching this, if she's going to get mad, because she put us down to Simon's game. He likes to play victim. She takes me for granted. I don't know what's going on. My problem is I like damaged women, and I save. So he makes everybody, this is the game he does. Everybody, the new girls he tries to get, he tries to act like he picked up strays from the thing. If somebody's saying my problem is I'm attracted to damaged women and I'm dating you, I would be like, you attract damaged women. Since when? Right? Clearly, this is all game, but also, where do you line on that scale if you're the damaged woman, right? And then he's saying they all need therapy. They're all crazy. He even talked about Marsha, which is his ex-wife. Yo, Simon better start passing out NDAs, because he is typical Gemini F-boy, loose lip, saying everything, talking to everybody, blah, 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 a mile a minute, but you're not realizing that people are going to talk. Just like this girl came on Tasha K, and you know what else? She was saying all this stuff, and I was like, girl, I don't think she got paid for this. I think she did it for exposure, but she's saying that she has a lipstick line in the end, like Mistress Angel lipstick line or whatever. I hope she makes it. It just seems very, very disjointed, but she saw her time to grab her fame and she took it, so it's not that disjointed. And I'm making videos still from the trap house, so I guess it's not that disjointed. What else is on my handy dandy sheet, right? Simon was saying he likes damaged women, they all need therapy, this and that, they hold them back. Yo, you know, this also let me in on a little glimpse of Simon's mind. I actually think that Simon is a little bit like mentally abusive. Maybe that's not the right word, because I don't know if he actually abuses. That's too much. Let me take that back. I feel like, again, Gemini F-boy, he plays games with people's mind. So he meets these people, right? He's a talker. I see his game. He's a talker. He gets the woman to open up. The fact that he didn't ask this girl about her life, you should have known he didn't care about you. Because if he cares about you, he wants you to open up. Like, tell me how sad you were that you didn't get your My Little Pony for your 9th birthday. Tell me how sad you are. He wants to hear all your secrets. He wants to hear everything. So once he does that, he can be like, it's okay. I know you're broken. It's okay. I love you anyway. I love the pure you. And then it's like, you need to get to therapy because I want to see the better version of you. Probably low-key a therapist is somebody that's on his payroll. Did y'all see the Ozarks where Marty and his wife were both paying the same therapist to tell the therapist to tell each other what they wanted to hear? Yeah, Simon's doing that, right? But once you get into therapy, but then the thing is, I bet you every time you displease them, all of a sudden you're broken, you're crazy, you're insane. Peep that Gemini game. I'm telling you, listen, This is all gossip, speculation, and pure innuendo. But I'm telling you, if I was a betting woman, I'm not saying that's his game, but I'm saying if it comes out it is, I wouldn't be surprised, right? But I wonder if Porsha was sitting there so upset, because here's the thing. You know how like to hear somebody is like, oh, you were my man. Porsha seems like she's that girl that's just like, whatever, you don't know anything about this love. This is the realest love. This is the realest love. And then you're sitting there listening like, for real? You told them sob stories. You told them sob stories. You said you were faithful. You know, you said you were miserable. You said you were miserable, right? You feel like smacking them in the face. But again, this goes back to this girl being naive, because it's like, so do you think he's running game on Porsha? Tasha asked her. And she was like, no, I believe what he said. I believe it's genuine. I think he just picks up women that are damaged and he gets taken for granted. And that's sad. Like, no, I do believe he's vulnerable. I believe everything he said was the truth. Girl, you are so... Yo, she's a gorgeous girl. She's ambitious. She's a case manager / working at the Pink Pony. It just sounds funny to me. I'm not shading what she does. It just sounds funny to hear. And honestly, you need to like get up on game more, because these guys must be running circles around you if you still believe that Simon's vulnerable and believe his game, right? But he did say he couldn't stand failing, which lets you know that is the love of his heart. Because when a Gemini really doesn't rock with you, when a Gemini doesn't care, when a Gemini, they just don't talk about you. But if you're on a Gemini's mind, coming out their mouth, I'm telling you, it's love, love, love. And the fact that he was so much into her that he was laying in your bed and talking about how much he hated her and how much she hurt him and how much all this stuff. And again, I think that's all game. I still don't think Phelan cheated on Simon. I think Simon is just lying. He's being the Gemini. He's running game. It's game that clearly works. The billionaire playboy with a heart of gold. And the girl kind of touched on it when she's like, something's not adding up. Like, you're this really successful businessman, but you're so unlucky in love, and that's sad. And so then Tasha K is trying to like jog her memory, because I see Tasha K's interview style when she does a serious sit down. She leans into the person. She agrees with whatever they say. She gets them real comfortable. There's drinks so they can like start really talking to her, right? It doesn't excuse that trash interview she did with Kevin Samuels, but this is what happened. And she was just like, so what would you suggest to him? Trying to coax it out. You know, say he's an F-boy. Give me what I need. And she's like, I think maybe take a break. I think maybe slow down and process this hurt. I think that's the best thing he can do. And I was like, girl, you still don't realize he ran game on you? You really think that Porsha's the one that ran after him, pursued her? And you know what? He might have been, but she might have been, but the fact that you don't see this game, that you don't see this fucking wealthy like you don't see this, it's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous and it's sad, and I pray for her. I pray for her in this show. I wonder how long she's worked at the Pink Pony. Is it her first week like Diamond in the was it Players Ball? Whatever that thing Lisa Ray started. I think it was like Diamond from like the Players. I think it was like Diamond from like the Players Club or stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, they asked her about, you know, maybe Simon needs to work on himself. Simon probably watched that interview like a Gemini. Probably when he was with Porsha, he was like, yeah, F her, I'm going to sue her, this, that, and the third. She said Simon gave her like, spent some money on her, gave her $5,000. They were supposed to go down to Colombia, but he was down there with his kids instead, and she never got invited down. I bet you Porsha maybe went to Colombia. But that's how real it was. Simon does have pictures on the Instagram, like Tasha pointed out, saying that he was in Colombia. So her story checks out. He does say that she was like, how was he in bed? She wouldn't say, but she was like, oh, he snores really loud. Like he had to get up and then go downstairs, right? The thing is, I understand she's getting her fame, but she would, and I understand now in retrospect that they were coaching her to be like, no, act like you're free, act like you're open, act like you don't care, because somebody will want to get you on reality TV. And that's true to a certain point, but I wish they had coached her a little more, because you're so open about everything that happened. There was no mystery left. So even if you are Porsha, right, would you really get mad? I mean, Porsha's in it to win it, right? If you're interested to see the arc of the relationship, watch my tarot reading on there. The video is on my channel. But Porsha's in it to win it. And to be honest with you, that's something you can just brush off, because to the girl's thing, he did kind of like cut her off when she got serious with Porsha. Now, the issue is, were you smart to marry somebody in 3 weeks, right? I don't know. I'm sure there's other girls around. Simon's not going to stop being Simon, whatever. He said she snores loud in bed. He knows that. Supposed to go to Colombia. She was like, God, I guess I missed that trip. She's so mad, but you know what? If Simon calls her again, she'll be right back in that fast car. Yo, Porsha, that tarot card reading I did was actually really, really good. Okay, she's doing some club events. There's a makeup line she has coming on. She's getting into acting. There's going to be Mistress Allure. That's the name of her makeup brand. Mistress Allure. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Yeah, that girl, Simon with his Gemini F-boy stuff, ran circles around her. But if you got money and you come with that sob story, they go for it. I wonder if Simon gave Porsha the same sob story, but I'll tell you what, no, I know y'all dragged me because I was like, oh, let's understand Porsha's origin story. I now understand Simon's origin story. He is a Gemini F-boy, just as I suspected. He ran that game on Porsha. But the thing is, Porsha, I hope she's not that dumb, because Porsha's about to turn 40. He ran that game on Porsha. Porsha didn't fall for it, but she was fine to pretend like she did, because she needed that end so she could still look like the good girl, helping him get through this thing with his wife that's treating him so bad, and that he could have his thing. Let me tell you something else about. So it was like a game they were both playing, but they needed to take their roles. I don't know how long this is going to last, but I'm telling any of you ladies dating a Gemini, let me tell you something. They talk, and this is Gemini F-boy, they're unevolved, and that money probably stopped Simon from evolving. Because sometimes, like with money, people obviously in Atlanta kiss your butt, let you do whatever you want. So I don't really see where this personal development is coming from. He screams therapy, but it's always therapy for other people. But if somebody is, a Gemini will lay in your bed and talk trash and say this and that. They could be hiring a hitman for their ex. They're in love with their ex, but not even that, Simon. A Gemini will sit there and they have fun even seeing if they can run game. Sometimes they'll try to run game on you, and if you don't call them out on it, they'll be like, all right, my bad. I just wanted to see, okay? All right, come on, let's move on. You know, it's fun sometimes to see how much they can get over, and clearly that girl was so over, but also the girl was so easy to get over. That's why he cut her off. Simon wasn't, her mind, the nimblest of her mind from what she said, right, could not keep up, because part of winning a game is outsmarting a worthy opponent. It's no fun if you win Monopoly against a 6-year-old, but if you win Monopoly against the world Monopoly, now we're talking. I'll say one thing, Porsha may be stupid, but she's not dumb. She is intellectually savvy, enough right now to keep him entertained. Plus, he is so desperate to get a rise out of Phelan. He was like, yeah, checkmate. The only thing is, Phelan is a Taurus, and you do not checkmate Taurus. I'm really rooting for Phelan to win. I heard that the way she came from her old relationship was, I guess his other wife, Marsha, he cheated on Marsha with Phelan. Now he cheated on Porsha with her, right? He jumps from to the next, and then the one before becomes his ex after he jumps to the next. But y'all, this is a mess. This is exactly what my tarot card reading predicted. Go ahead and watch that. And also, if you want to see a little bit more insight into the making of a monster, there's a video about the motivations of Simon and Porsha. Anyway, that is all for this round. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to do a trending topics probably tomorrow or Sunday, and I'm going to schedule another live. If you are still watching this, please like, subscribe, share. I'm trying to grow this. You know, I want to move out the trap house. Y'all get me out this trap house, okay? I will talk to y'all guys later.